Murray didn't have to take out a top 5 player to reach the final. David Ferrer at number 7, the highest seed. He's faced all tournament. Maybe there's a little bit of a luxury there when you're facing the 7th player in the world, and he's going to have to pick up his pace maybe a little.
Yeah, a little bit, although David Ferrer is a great hardcourt player, so that was a tough match for him tonight, but he did have a chance to put that match away in the 4th set when he was up 2 games to love. He had love 30 on Ferrer's serve, and he'd been hitting his backhand beautifully, and just out of nowhere, he didn't really play bad points, but he made a couple of backhand errors, mistimed a couple of backhands that he'd been making for about an hour and a half before that. That was the first one, so that gives Ferrer a 15-30 opportunity. And then again, this time, going for the right shot, but missing it by a long way. A backhand down the line, and this was the shot that turned the match around for him. Sort of early in the 3rd set, that shot there, he started to play it more often. Had he broken there, 3-love, double break, I'm pretty sure he would have run through that set pretty comfortably.
Instead, it's a long 4th set, and perhaps that's just the smallest margin of victory, though, between playing the 3rd seed and the 7th seed. But then if you can come up with shots like this, you're doing okay. It's Lex's innovative thinking, and maybe he wasn't thinking, Darren. He just went for it.
Well, this is going back to the homeland and here in Australia as well. We play a bit of squash over here, so this was perfection if you're a squash player. Smart thinking as well, because there's no way Ferrer would have thought he would play that type of shot. He meandered back to cover the one down the line, but because he played it so quickly, he actually fooled David Ferrer. That was a great shot, and he's got unbelievable hands, hasn't he?
Doesn't he? Yes, he does. Let's look ahead to the final then. Tom mentioned it with Andy Murray. You haven't seen Novak Djokovic in a match going back almost 2 years. It was March of 2009 in Miami, so this is their head-to-head. Djokovic does lead 4-3, but Murray's won the last 3. They do practice a lot together. And I've asked you this, could that make up for not seeing each other for 2 years?
No, not really. I think when you play in a Grand Slam final, it has to be a new experience for both of them to play each other in a Grand Slam final. They've had experiences in there, and as Murray said, after the last 2 experiences, the first one at the US Open, he was pretty nervous, and it took him a long while to settle into that match, and it was over before he knew it. Then the one last year at the Australian Open, he actually played really good tennis in the 3rd set, but was too late playing against Federer. He knows Djokovic extremely well. These 2 guys grew up through the juniors together, and Djokovic won the first 4 times they played, and a couple of those were real blowouts, but Murray has beaten him the last 3 times, all on hard court, and he's won 6 sets in a row. So you can't really pick a winner on this one. Djokovic is playing much better tennis than he was 12 months ago, and Murray has sort of kept that high standard. I think that this is going to be a pick-em match, but for me, the story is Djokovic.
And Andy Murray's yet to win a set in a Grand Slam final, we should note. He also mentioned the time he has to think and get ready for this match, and now as the British press will surely ascend upon Melbourne as he looks to be the first man from Great Britain to win a major slam in 75 years. How might having, less rest actually help Andy Murray?
It's an interesting point, Chris, because the last 2 years here at the Australian Open, the player that played on the Friday night semi-final, not the Thursday night semi-final, where you think those extra 2 nights might help you, it's the Friday night semi-final winner that has gone on to win the tournament. Nadal did it in that incredible match against Federer, and then last year it was Federer doing it over Andy Murray.